Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Paulo Del Rosario.
We give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Dip Yanko. Tonight, we break down the matchup between the Gilas Pilipinas and New Zealand. But first, we'll discuss the talk of the town, the new and improved Choco Mucho Flying Titans.
Ooh, buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. Well, it was a big day and a big win for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans as they took their first victory at the PVL Invitational Conference in a blowout against the Farm Fresh Foxies. Now, joining us to do a deep dive into the new and improved roster is PVL analyst Amela Tunay, who did it via the fan stream.
Yes.
Grabe yung kwentuhan nyo dun. Grabe talaga.
Sobra.
Oh, so let's focus first on what happened here. Itong Choco Mucho, basically flexing their muscles against the Farm Fresh Foxies. Anong nakita mo dito? Because it felt like domination after that first set. Kasi yung second set na yun, I think it was there was a big run sa simula and they blew the game wide open.
You mentioned we were doing the fan stream, no? So napasarap yung kwentuhan namin. Paglingon namin, 13-0 na yata, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess if I were to be asked, anong impression ko sa Choco Mucho from the game yesterday? Clean volleyball talaga. And syempre, I'm referencing it to their previous performances, previous conferences, na andun yung talent, andun yung firepower, pero in terms of leanness, yung polishing talaga, I think Coach Dante really did a good job training the girls for this conference.
Right, and obviously, the first game of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, yung inaabangan ng lahat, is the return of CC Rondina in the indoor volleyball scene. How would you rate her performance yesterday, Mela, for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans?
Honestly, parang kulang eh. Hindi. Actually, kahapon, pagdating ko ng arena, siya yung una kong nakita. I was really so excited for her kasi the last time she played in, we were teammates pa. So, ang tagal natin siyang hindi nakita nag-indoor volleyball. So, we don't know kung may adjustment ba. Kasi malaki ding, kahit volleyball pareho, beach and indoor, malaki din yung adjustments in terms of galaw. But yesterday, power is power talaga. That's her branding. CC Rondina, an all-around game also. So, I guess no surprise, parang she lived up to the expectations and at the same time, yung vibe inside the team, magaan lang. Unlike before na paglamang sila, minsan nagiging complacent.
Yeah.
Dito, I think, ang daming na-contribute ni CC in terms of mindset also to the whole team.
14 points para kay CC, 5 excellent receives and just 9 attempts for 55% effectivity rate. So, I wanted to bring up yung beach volleyball pass mo pero we won't touch that now. I think hindi pwede. So, I wanna focus on the fact that itong si CC, she was actually on the show before the conference. Sabi niya that nakita niya yung mga highlights niya dati and she's not sure if she can do the same things.
Yeah.
Are we seeing a new and improved or the same old CC Rondina? What do you think do we have here so far para sa Choco Mucho?
I think adjustment phase pa lang to ni CC. I mean, 14 points, minsan yan na yung best game ng ibang players. But for CC to score 14 in 3 sets, for me, kaya niyang 30 in 3 sets eh. I mean, hindi naman ako nakukulangan, but I know na she's adjusting pa. I also heard the same input from Pons na from beach volleyball. Parang ginagamay pa nila yung galaw nila inside. Nakikita natin na gagawa nila, pero that only goes to show na they expect more out from themselves. And like ako din, kasi nga naging teammate ko sila pareho. So, alam ko yung capability pa nila sa indoor.
Right. What about the change in the starting lineup para kay Coach Dante Alinsunurin? We're so used to seeing Kat Tolentino start for Choco Mucho. But yesterday, pinasok ni si Caitlin Veray. Do you think, Mela, may effect ba yung pagiging teammate din niya kay CC back in UST?
Yeah.
Sabi ni Coach Dante, okay, mukhang may chemistry itong dalawang to. What do you think of that change?
Honestly, wala akong insider info eh. Unfortunately. Pero kahapon, nung tinatawag nga yung starters, nagulat ako, even ask Tots. Time daw, hindi pa nila alam kung sinong starter. As in, iniikot daw talaga ni Coach Dante. And I think, going here, naisip ko nga lang na sobrang short ng conference na to. So it might be strategic for Coach Dante as well. Kasi halos lahat ng games padulo, knockout lang even the finals, diba? So maybe he's preserving din itong si Kat Tolentino, lalo na the previous conferences talagang babad na babad din siya, nag-international competition pa siya. And syempre, at the level Caitlin is playing now, deserve niya naman and she's really delivering for Choco Mucho.
Second top score with 13 points in that game against Farm Fresh. Now let's move on to someone that everyone loves talking about. Itong si Dina Wong. Of course.
Ano yun? Parang hindi siya masyadong famous.
A lot of people say that, uy, grabe yung improvement niya. Big time improvement coming into that game against Farm Fresh. But is it really a big time improvement? Because I have honestly felt that yung level of play niya has always been at that high level.
Siguro, malaki yung improvement kasi like right now, yesterday we kept mentioning it also na ang ganda ng distribution ni Dida. Before kasi, I guess this is common knowledge to the viewers naman of PVL na she's Kat Tolentino-centric. But yesterday, a lot of players had been shining. Even the middles, Maddie Madayag, Cherry Nunag, and yun nga, si Caitlyn Cici, kalat na kalat talaga yung bola niya. And siguro, a lot of people were really impressed on the improvement in a sense na kahit mas bata yung kalaban nila, andun pa rin yung little factor na kanino pupunta si Dina. And yun nga, yung pagiging pulido ng team, we credit it to Coach Dante. But at the same time, pag nasa loob na, wala na yung coach sa loob eh.
Yeah.
Yung setter na talaga yung brains inside the game. So I think Dina did well in terms of her composure as well at sa pagdala ng team.
Right, and according to the Twitter world, may record nga ngayon si Dina Wong, served 13 straight in set number 2. But we have to double check our sources dun sa stats na yun. No? Pero 13 straight, hindi yun biro. Nakakuha pa siya ng aces in that service line. And of course, yung middles naman ng Choco Mucho, Maddie Madayag, we know that she came from an injury last conference. Pero slowly but surely nakakabalik na siya sa old form together with Cherry Nunag, who also had an improvement with her stint in the SEA Games. What can you say about these two middles?
Well, ako, I'm very impressed kasi honestly, whenever I look at Choco Mucho's lineups, nakikita ko talaga ang deep ng pool nila of middles, diba? Diyan pa si Bea Del, hindi pa natin nakikita. Veteran Micah Ortiz nandyan din. Pero yesterday, the starters were ito nga, si Maddie and Cherry Nunag, who both played efficiently for Choco Mucho. And I think sa pool nila, silang dalawa yung may pinaka-okay na running or pinaka-consistent. Of course, Micah Ortiz, branding niyan. But I guess now, sa younger generation of players, no, sila yung nakakagawa na mas pulido para sa team nila. And having running attackers really give a big opening sa mga wingers nila. Kaya din super efficient na itong mga wingers nila. Caitlyn and Cici dahil na-engage na mabuti itong middles ng Choco Mucho yesterday.
Well, Mel, let's look big picture here kasi that was a very impressive win para sa Choco Mucho. Just dominated the whole game and was fully in control. Does that mean na legit yung Choco Mucho in terms of being in title contention, or with all due respect to Farm Fresh, it's a debuting team that came from a very tough game prior, and playing this high level of competition back to back is always going to be difficult for a young team like that. Are they a beneficiary of that, itong Choco Mucho, or are they really contending for title fans?
Well, I guess it's too early to say paano. Kasi we won't really know until masubukan nila sa yung mga veterano na nga na teams, diba? Balikan natin, syempre, Cherry Tigol, everyone was anticipating them dahil super rookies yung batch na pumasok sa kanila. But against a much veteran team like Creamline, medyo hindi maganda yung naging resulta. So we have to wait until mas makalaban na nga nila yung mga veterano and mas intact na team.
We enjoyed your story sa Pilipinas Live fan stream. Si Direk Ken was a big part of it. And alam mo yung mga kwento niya, it will never come out here on the game. Kaya make sure you all catch that on the Pilipinas Live app. You can catch that on the Google Play Store and the Apple Store as well. 99 pesos per month. It's a subscription fee to catch all of the Philippine sports, including the PBA, FIBA, and of course the PBL. Mela, maraming salamat. Really appreciate you.
Thank you, Pao. Thank you, Dip.
And after the break, we'll shift to the FIBA Women's Asia Cup to talk about the latest on our Gilas Pilipinas women. Stay tuned, you're watching The Game. Welcome back to the game. Our Gilas Pilipinas women fought their hearts out against the favored Kiwis but fell short in their playoff debut at the FIBA Women's Asia Cup. Now joining us to talk about the multi-titled mastermind of the TNT 3x3 squad, Coach Mau Belen. Coach Mau,
Grand
thank you
Slam
for joining
winning.
us. Grand Slam winning.
Grand Slam winning.
Multi-titled, lahat na.
PBA 3x3.
Making
Coach.
history with us. And Coach Mau, thank you again for joining us. Pag-usapan natin, kakatapos lang this afternoon the fight, the match between New Zealand and Gilas Pilipinas women. Dikit yung laban, 83-78. Your initial thoughts on how the women played for our country. Alam na natin na kaya nila makipagsabayan with the best of the best in Asia.
Yeah, first and foremost, thank you for having me here. Like everyone siguro na pumunta doon nanood kanina, they think na New Zealand will just walk there and win that game. But yun nga, puso, the heart, the effort, they put their nose down and just put in the work. Yun talaga yung Filipino basketball eh. It worked for us this game, which is a very pivotal game. Sayang lang, siguro 2 possessions away in winning that game.
Disruptive, ang kulit on defense, and just so pesky if you watch the entire game. Very typical Filipino basketball. Pero Coach Mau, you take a look at the fact that right before this game in particular, nakausap namin si Coach Pat, and he said that it was important to win the Chinese Taipei to prove or show that they belong to Division A. And I think with this performance against New Zealand, they didn't win it. But then I think it's safe to say na medyo umunganta yung level ng Philippines basketball. What's your opinion on yung entire state ng program based on yung performance nila so far?
I like it. They stick to how they compose that team going to Australia. You know, heavy on guards, a lot of running we'll see. And I think yun talaga yung goal is wala man tayong height. Let's use that speed onto our advantage. And again, sabi mo nga, the bara-bara basketball always works for us. And
for some reason,
and just the heart of those girls, you know, turning around that 70-point loss in Australia, almost winning this game, and then won against Chinese Taipei.
Right. Let's zone in on some of the performances that the girls did a while ago. To quote our producer, si Ken, sabi nga niya, itong stat line ni Bernardino, malaskati yung dating. All-around performance, 15
Grabe
points.
yung mga rebound niya.
8
Malaskati
rebounds,
talaga.
2 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals. And you also have Jack and Imam, 14 points, 11 rebounds. And of course, Jasmine Hoson with 15 points. Do you see this trio leading itong Gilas Pilipinas women further beyond in the future tournaments of Gilas Pilipinas?
Hindi nagkamali si Coach Pat sa pagpili sa kanya. Rookie debut niya tong FIBA Asia, a big tournament. And we know that Afril and Jack will always be the heart and soul of this team. Maltagal pa natin sila mapapakinabangan, and Afril just went on a higher level on this tournament. Jack, double-double again from the Chinese Taipei game. It works well, or it works a lot for them. Yung break nila kahapon definitely gave them a boost. Nakita nyo naman yung mga rebound ni Afril. Skying high dun sa mga tall ferns, and just amazing basketball.
And just to point out, itong si Jasmine, very, very young. If I'm not mistaken, born in the 2000s. Deep into the 2000s. Let's not talk about what decades we were all born. But let's also focus on something that not a lot of people, people will notice, but for the wrong reason. Itong si Vanessa De Jesus did not have a great shooting day. Was really keyed on defensively against New Zealand, always given a hard time. But does this show that it's not heliocentric, it's not just revolving around one player, yung sistema ng Gilas Pilipinas women, that the star, like Vanessa De Jesus, did not necessarily have a good game scoring-wise, but still, Gilas performed the way that they did?
Yeah, as a coach, we always give credit to where credit is due. The New Zealand played a very good defense on her. Again, the term is they're blitzing her once she comes out of that pick-and-roll action, and they just contain her. I mean, I don't know, I want to use the word lucky. Luckily, the other shows up for this game, and hindi siya pinahiya ng mga teammates na, you know, whenever she passed that skip pass on the corner, Janine Punteos makes it, Kate Castillo makes it, you know, one more Ella Fajardo, and again, Jazz Hosen.
Yeah, and you know, just to emphasize that, sabi nga ni Coach Pat that he wanted the others to step up as well and not just revolve around Vanessa, as shown by yung substitution patterns niya in the last few games. But Dip, I mean, like, just looking at all of this, it's not done yet for the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. With all the players we mentioned, what are your thoughts, I guess, Coach Mao, on the Gilas Pilipinas women moving forward? Is it safe to, at least for us fans, na may lagyan natin ng onting expectations kasi ang ganda na pinakita nila. So are we expecting na, okay, moving forward, lalo pang gagaling itong team na to?
Definitely. Coach Pat has this program. They're taking care of the grassroots, the under 16, the under 18. They kept on looking for talents here and abroad. And I know we're always, sanay tayo sa pressure. Kaming sa women's side, sanay kami sa pressure. So hindi na bago sa amin yun. You always put your money on us and will show up.
A lot of people are saying that yung kulang na lang sa Gilas Pilipinas women is perhaps a naturalized player, perhaps more foreign players coming in, and maybe more investment sa grassroots. Pero sa palagay nyo, in terms of investment, in terms of trying to push women's basketball forward, especially from the national team level, what is the next logical step para sa programa na to?
I hope itong preparation natin sa FIBA Asia, they had a really long time preparing for this, starting with the SEA Games. And then after SEA Games, they went straight to training for this FIBA Asia. Sana ma-sustain lang.
Yeah.
Whoever's in the position to make that happen, hopefully, all year round, talaga may training tayo. Hindi lang tayo nagte-training just for the sake na may competition kasi tayo 3 weeks, 1 month before that. So, hopefully, we can sustain that.
But with all that said, prior to this FIBA Asia Cup, syempre, nabanggit mo nga, Coach Mao, na yung Australia game, nung nakita natin yung final score, okay, mahihirapan tayo. But are we still on the right path, knowing that this is how we ended the tournament against New Zealand? And hindi pa tapos, kasi
may
meron pang
classification pa tayo.
Are we on the right path towards this women's basketball?
Definitely. You see all the negatives after the loss, but you also have to look at the positives.
Yeah.
You know, this is the highest place finish for us in FIBA Asia for a while now.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna finish 5th or 6th tomorrow, and we have to celebrate that.
Yeah, have to celebrate it. A great achievement so far for the Gilas Pilipinas women. And of course, you can catch all their games on the Pilipinas Live app. And you can also get that on the Apple Store and the Google Play Store as well. For 99 pesos per month, you can catch the PBA, the PVL, as well as other shows that we have had here on Signal TV. Coach Mao, maraming salamat. Really appreciate it. We're gonna have you over more
Right.
often. We have
Thank
to not just talk about Gilas basketball, of course, 3x3 and so much more. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Pao. Thank you, Vic.
So after the break, we'll hear from Gilas mainstays Dwight Ramos as he talks about his journey into and with the national team. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game.
Dwight Ramos always knew that the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 was the goal.
Honestly, the first time I heard about it was, I guess when I was like younger, they tried to get me for the under 16, but I was like, still, I wasn't that good, so I still wanted to work harder and stuff, practice more in America. And then probably the next time I heard about the national team was just when I was in college. Out of nowhere, I saw the 23 for 23 list. I was on there and I was like, don't know how, but I was.
It was January of 2018 when the list of 23 young players was published by the Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas. Ramos had no idea that he was included in the list, but he took it as great news nonetheless.
So I guess that was the next time I heard about it, and then after that, I kind of just started thinking like, you know, if everything I'm doing is kind of geared towards preparing towards that. I'll try and do my best, and when I was in college there, improve as much as I can, and then in the back of my mind, the 2023 World Cup is approaching.
The next stage for Ramos was to transfer to the Philippines with his brother as he planned to play for Ateneo in the UAAP while also suiting up for Gilas Pilipinas.
It actually was, but it was more because I finished 3 years of school and I only had 1 year left, and it was kind of like, do I stay and finish the last year of school and graduate, or move to the Philippines? And I thought my credits were going to transfer over, but I ended up starting as a freshman at Ateneo. So that was the biggest decision, and obviously leaving my family, my little sister, my parents, everybody was in America, and I kind of just see them like a couple times a year nowadays. And so those are probably the two hardest decisions I had there.
However, his stellar play in international basketball would get him a lot of attention from the region as he received an offer to play in the Japanese B-League.
I've been playing with the national team, and we were playing against pro players already, and I felt like I was doing pretty well and that I was ready to play professionally already. So I just didn't see the need to play college anymore, because you know, college basketball is like, it's pretty much to prepare you to play professional. And so I felt like I was ready already, and that was kind of just the decision there.
Now, another young player in AJ Edu is following his footsteps as he signed with the Toyama Grouses, where Ramos also played before.
I talked to him, I told him the biggest thing is that you're gonna have a lot of time on your hands, so you gotta try and use the gym time, get the extra shots and stuff, get the weights in, and have a good attitude. And no one wants to play with someone with a bad attitude or coach someone like that. So I told him, like, no matter what happens, you're not touching the ball or you're not playing as much, just keep a good attitude and keep trying to improve. But that was the biggest thing, is just the attitude.
For the talented wingman, competition is all about testing himself.
It's a lot harder to guard, you know, like when you play certain teams, you kind of just have to guard one-on-one, a little bit of help. But when you play teams like here in Europe, there's just so much going on all over the court that, and it happens so fast that it really tests your mind and your fundamentals to make sure that you know what you're doing. And it was definitely tested yesterday. But it was the first time we played together in a long time, and so it's all right. It's all learning for us.
And now he's getting a chance to do so against European teams, and he knows that it'll only make him better moving forward.
It's big. Just the fact that we're starting 2 months before the actual World Cup, I think that's the biggest part, because it gives us time to work on the stuff that we need to improve on. And especially with all these games, it's just going to get exposed more if we don't work on it and improve. So just the fact that we started early, I think that's the biggest thing.
Carlo Pamintuan from Tallinn, Estonia.
And if you want to see national team mainstay Dwight Ramos and the rest of Gilas Pilipinas, now is your chance. The FIBA Basketball World Cup is coming here to Manila. Here's how you can catch the games live and in person to be a part of basketball history.
Nothing beats watching the FIBA World Cup live and in person. Buy your single-day pass and get access to 2 live games of the FIBA Basketball World Cup for as low as 999 pesos. Enjoy this world-class game viewing experience for the entire family and witness the greatest basketball athletes in the world compete for as low as 999 pesos for 2 games. Head to philippines.worldcup.basketball for more information, ticket types, seat information, and other special offers. Be a part of Philippine basketball history and buy your tickets today.
And thank you for joining us. I'm Dip Yanko.
And I'm Paolo De Rosario. This has been The Game.